morning. How we doing, folks? Hey, I hope you can hear me above the noise of the tractors, but that's one of the reasons why I've come out, because once the tractors start going cutting the silage, that's a sign that we might get some shots of the red kites. Now I know they started yesterday afternoon, but I weren't planning on coming out and doing a camp, but we've got the gear on, we've got the big bag on. So I've got a new permission further up the road, which is about 800 acres. It's a fair old chunk and I've not been on it yet. So come along with me, we'll have a look. I've just nettled my leg. Yeah, we'll have a look, we'll go and check it out. And we might be able to get up high enough and we might get some shots of them kites, you never know. Because there's a couple of them knocking about. They really do, they just home in on these tractors when they're cutting. And it might give us the opportunity of getting a couple of decent shots, you never know. And it's a warm one today, flipping heck, it is bouncing. So it's not the best day for photography. We've got a few clouds, but not enough. But what we're going to do, we'll get pressing on. We're going to have a wander, get eyes on this new permission. I've got a new thing to show you. It's our new tent hide. So yeah, looking forward to showing you that. Yeah, we'll get the tent up and we'll do a camp over. And then we'll go back home in the morning. Right, let's press on. We've only got about 1.5 miles to do, but it's enough with this big bag on. Let's get cracking. Right, let's go exploring. Got some good spots. That looks nice up there. That looks a cracking spot up there on top. Whether we can find a camp spot up there or not, I don't know. But we've got a buzzard in front of us already, so that's a good sign. Right, let's go and have a mooch. We're just having 5 minutes, having a bit of a breather. But I've got eyes on a couple of buzzards. Now, I don't know if it's a nest up there or what, but they're being really vocal. So there's an area, it's just up there. So all that forest, it's conifer plantation that they've recently felled. And like I say, I've never been up here before. It's a proper recce mission, is this? So whether we're going to get it, whether we're going to get any pictures or not is another thing. But I've got the 180 to 600 and the Z9 in the bag. But I might just, I don't know. I might head off up there if I can get level with the top of them trees. I don't know, it's a bit of a long shot, but we'll have 5 minutes here, have a bit of a breather from lugging that big bag around. It's a lovely spot. Look at that. Just up there they are, them buzzards. So we've had a little snooze and I've been sat here, I don't know, about an hour now I reckon, and all I can hear is buzzards. I've just seen, well, 5 or 6 of them flying all over the place. So I reckon, I don't know, I reckon there's a few young ones knocking about and a couple of adults. I reckon that them trees here, I reckon there's a nest, or that's where they have nested. That's it. I can hear them now calling. I think it's the youngs calling the adults. So I don't know, it's kind of stopped me in my tracks really, that. So rather than going wandering here, there and everywhere, I might just try and get over through that woodland, get on that hillside. We'll put the tent up. Yeah, and I think we'll spend the night there. You never know, we might get some pictures, because sometimes they're going halfway down the trees and sometimes at the top. So if I get up on that high banking, maybe try and get eye level. You never know. Come on, let's get this bag on. Let's get through the undergrowth. Not a bad spot, is it? Bloody steep though. Wow. Tough going. That's where we've come from. But it keeps going up. Let's try and get somewhere with a view. Right, this is the spot we're settling on, folks, because I can't get any higher. I'm at the highest point for quite a distance around here, and it's just, the views. Let's show you the views. Look at that. Not bad, eh? So I've got 360-degree views all the way around. And I can just see our house down there. You won't be able to make it out, but yeah, what a place. So we're high up, you never know, we might get a few raptors going past. I've seen quite a few small birds as well. I don't know whether they're stone chats or meadow pipits or what, but I didn't get eyes on, but there were quite a lot on the top of these bits of bracken. There were a couple of wrens as well, so I'm desperate for a drink. I'm gonna have to get a drink of water. Put you down. Wow, that was thirsty work with that. It was. So I weren't really planning to do this film, to be honest, but because it's Tuesday the 8th now of July, and oh, that is so good. Yeah, Tuesday the 8th of July. It's the bird fair on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I wanted to show you this new bit of gear, new bit of Tragopan gear. It's called the Ptarmigan, and it's a hide tent. I know the other ones you can, you know, the V7 with the added room on, you can camp in it in the morning, but this is specifically, it's a lightweight tent, so it weighs 2 kilograms. So we'll put it up. There's two versions. It comes in khaki, the dark olive green, and also a camo version, which is the one that I've got. So we'll bung it up. We'll decide which way we're going to orientate it, because it's got shooting windows back and front. So we might set it up where there's a possibility of getting some bird shots. I haven't brought a tripod with me, really. Well, I haven't brought a tripod with me, so everything's going to be handheld. But it's not a big issue. We've got plenty of light at the moment, so we'll see how we go on. So we'll get set up and come back to you. Right, that's the first part of it up. So you can buy an additional floor, which I would always advise, to be honest, with any tent, because it saves that actual ground sheet, the part of the tent that might get damaged. So it's like a sacrificial thing. So the actual inner of the tent, you can see there, it's a very fine mesh. So you can see that half moon zip. So that's the back side of the tent. The other side is where you get in. So there's just two fiberglass poles that meet in the middle. You just tie it off in the middle there, and then you've got your outer skin, your fly sheet to go on, which is the camo part of it. There we have it, the Ptarmigan Tragopan hide tent, up and ready for action. It was quite easy to put up, to be honest. It only took me about 10 minutes, and it's first time I've put it up. So as I showed you before, you've got that inner. You can actually use that on its own if you wanted. You know, I'd probably use that with a tarp. So it's versatile in that respect. And also you've got this window at the back that you can open, so potentially you could shoot out of that. You can use that. There's a big half zip in the inner, so you can open that up, put your gear in from that side if you want, and then at the front you've got this, oh, there we go, you've got your porch configuration. So you've got that big snood there that you can put your lens out of, and you can also, these got a zip on them. Yeah, I think you can only open them from the inside, but you can shoot out of each corner if you want. So let's go in, let's go and have a look. So here we go. We've got this massive zip here. There we go. We're in. How cool is that? There. That's the view from the inside, and so we've got that mesh opening there, so it's nice and bright, and then there's our inner porch area. And it's big. It's a decent size. It's bigger than well, you could get 2 people in here. It'd be a bit cosy, like, you'd have to know them well, you know. But maybe no, it's a one person. Yeah, you'd have to know them very well. So, but you can see how much room you've got. I mean, I'm led there, and you've got plenty of space. So you've room for your rucksack down the bottom, your camera bag, whatever gear, and then you've also got your little porch area. So, yeah, cool. I like it. Oh, and you've also got your zip down the bottom, same as the other Tragopan hide, so you can put your tripod leg through there, or if you wanted to, you could actually use that as a low down shooting window. And this, yeah, that zips right down to the bottom, so that don't get in your way. So if you want, you could just fold that up, and then you could lie along there if you wanted to. So yeah, excellent. These are your zips that open up the side. You can shoot out of there and out the front. Yeah, pretty impressive. Right, we'll get all the gear in. I'm getting ready for some food actually, so it's 10 to 6 now, so we'll get the stove set up and get some food on. That's our scram for the next day. Out Army 24-hour ration packs. I don't know what's this one? Menu 1. Oat digested biscuits, pork sausages and beans in tomato sauce, lemon flavoured drink powder, energy drink. Could do with some of that now. More energy drinks. Peach iced tea flavour. A pindi channel aloo, meatballs and pasta, chocolate brownies, struck hell. Fire, we're in for a right treat tonight. Right, let's see what it's like. Let's crack it open. Oh yeah, very nice. Let's see what the old chocolate brownie's like. Best before 2023. Not bad actually, so it's 2 years out of date. I've just been out for a wander. There's not a lot about, to be honest. It's getting that time. It's 8:30 now, but there's a few meadow pipits knocking about. So I'm going to try this new hood out. We've got some new gloves as well. So we'll have these at the bird fair, new Tragopan gloves, which I like them. Fingers missing. Yeah, there's a few different types, so if you come in you'll be able to see them. But yeah, nice and thin and good fitting as well. Let's try this hood out, and this is the new version 2 hood.
Morning, folks. Oh, not a bad night's kept. 5:30. Yeah, I got my head down about 10 o'clock actually, so yeah. 7.5 hours. Oh, dear me. Oh, right, let's get a brew on. That's why I do these overnighters. That is why I do it. That is worth it. That is it there. Wow, what a morning. Beautiful.
That's it, folks. All done. All packed away and ready for the walk home. Good little night that. Enjoyed it. Sometimes you need it, don't you? Need to just get out and do a camp. So that's the first trip we've done with the ptarmigan, the new little Tragopan tent hide, and it impressed me, to be honest. Yeah, it's nice and light. That's the big thing. So it's only 2 kilograms, and I was going to say I haven't used it for what it was meant to be used for, as a hide, but it's not. It can be either. You can use it as a little backpacking tent, or it obviously has that facility to be able to use it as a hide as well. That porch area, quite a big porch, and you've got that snood to put your camera lens out, and that back bit as well, the way you can open the back bit up, and it's just clever. It's a clever design. I like it. And all right, it didn't lash it down last night, so we haven't tested that side of it yet, but there's plenty of extra guy points as well. You know, you've got the extra tie points that you can put another, I think there's another 4 for the corners, that if it's really hammering it down and it's windy, you can put some extra pegs in, so to make it doubly secure. So yeah, it was a good little camp. I enjoyed that. It's the last video before the bird fair, so it's Wednesday morning now, so we'll be packing up the trailer today. I'll be travelling down to Rutland tomorrow morning, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday it's the bird fair. If you haven't been, get yourself there. It's a fantastic event. It's anything to do with photography, you know, wildlife photography and bird watching and artists and all sorts of stuff there. So it's a great event. Yeah, you'll really enjoy it, and the weather's meant to be superb as well, which is a mega bonus. So yeah, that's something to really look forward to. Yeah, it's going to be good. So I'm going to trudge off back home now. There's all sorts. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, with swallows whizzing around. I saw a lovely fox this morning. I was just sat in the porch having my brew, and it's little moments like that that make these little camps special. All right, I didn't get any photographs. I got a brief photo of it, as it was just, I just saw its back going away from me, and I just grabbed the camera, and it's just you know, I've caught a memory, if you will. But I've had meadow pipits and stone chats knocking about, so as I'm walking down, I'll keep my camera out. I've got the camera here, so I'll keep that in my hand. I might get a few pictures on the way back, who knows, but no, it's just a quick overnighter. So try this new tent out, and yeah, I'm suited with it. So that's it from me, and I'll see you on the next one.